Hi there, welcome back to Meat Thinker. Today, with a very basic brine and home mixed dry rub, you will get the best pork loin you'll ever have. Watch this video to see how a humble pork loin turns into a masterpiece. It's going to be glorious. I had a potluck lunch at work on a Wednesday. I decided to go with a smoked pork loin because it's cheap, cooks fast, and the best of all, it's delicious. I picked up this 9-pound pork loin from Costco for $18. With my work and sleep schedule, I had to come up with a game plan to do this right. This whole cook will take less than 3 hours, so I plan to brine this pork loin as soon as I got home from work. Brine it for about 10 hours, throw it in the smoker at 4:30 a.m., finish the cook, and give myself enough time to shower and leave for work. Let's take the pork loin out of the packaging and cut it in half so it's easier to manage during the brining process. I'm skipping the trimming because it will taste good as is. So let's talk about brine. Brining is submerging meat in a mixture of salt and water for many hours before cooking. Doing this helps the meat absorb salty water, then the salt reacts with the protein, creating little pockets that trap moisture, resulting in meat that is ultra juicy, tender, and flavorful. So what ingredients do you need for the brine? I use only 3 items: half gallon of water, half cup of kosher salt, and half cup of sugar. Go ahead and mix until everything is dissolved. Put the pork loin in the bowl and pour the brine solution into the bowl, submerging the meat all the way. Put the bowl in the fridge for about 10 hours. Now the meat is in the brining process, let's put together a dry rub mix. It's really simple. 1 tablespoon of salt, sugar, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder, and half tablespoon of thyme and rosemary. Shake it up and put it in the shaker. Now it is ready to go. Now also note that I'm also using a killer Hogs the barbecue rub. You can find the list of ingredients in the description below. After 10 hours of brining, rinse the pork loin in the running water to get all the brine solution off the surface. Pat dry to make sure you don't have any spots with pooled water. I'm using just the moisture on the meat as a binder and skipping the mustard. Go ahead and apply the Killer Hog seasoning to cover all sides. This is a thick cut of meat, so don't be afraid to use a generous amount of seasoning. Now follow up with the home mixed dry rub and also apply a generous amount on it. I prefer cooking the fat side up so I can see the fat sizzling before finishing the cooking, but it is up to your preference. Just remember, a well-rubbed loin is a happy loin. It's 4:30 a.m. and time to fire up the smoker so I can finish the cook in time before having to leave for work. My target temperature for today's cook is 145 degrees. This is going to be a short cook, so I'm going to start at 225 to get the smoke flavor in the meat until it reaches 120 degrees. In 1 hour and 30 minutes, it got up to 120. So I bumped the temperature on the smoker to 450 to finish off the cook. Please remember, this is gonna go really fast, so make sure to stick around the smoker for this. It's 6:30 a.m. and the meat is ready. Do you hear that sizzling? It smelled glorious too. Pull them out and let it rest for 15 minutes. Please remember, the resting for at least 15 minutes is an important step that prevents the pork from drying out. This gives the meat time to reabsorb all the juices. So I cut down right in the middle and get a slice off of it. You can totally see the meat is tender. Can you see the juice dripping? I had to try a piece of this. And oh yeah, it doesn't get any better than this. The best part of it is the fatty part with all that seasoning stuck to the face of it. I have to say the flavor was glorious. So how did my potluck office lunch turn out? You can't go wrong with the homemade smoked meat in Texas. It was perfect food to be shared. And remember, life might not be perfect, but your meat can be, so keep your smokers hot. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. And please let me know in the comment how yours turned out and what your favorite meat is to cook when you feed a large group of people. Thank you for watching and keep me thinking.